The Iowa caucuses were a debacle. It's the first contest that tries to whittle down the field for Democratic nominees that will challenge U.S. Republican President Donald Trump in November. And it's the first state out of the gate. So it's pretty important because whoever wins the state's nomination basically has the wind at their back. They can get more money. They can also go on to other state contests with the momentum of winning. The reason why this was such a mess is because caucuses are a very complex, antiquated system. What happened in Iowa is that it requires 1,600 precincts to get together and to determine who that winner is going to be. And the way it happens is that the voters physically have to show up at, say, a school gymnasium, then get in a corner for one of the candidates, and then they have to have a 15% threshold for that candidate to move on. If that candidate doesn't get a 15% threshold, then the voters regroup and horse trade and figure out who is going to be the winner. So as you can imagine, with 1,600 precincts, this is a big thing to keep track of. So the Democratic National Committee in the state of Iowa decided that they wanted to develop a mobile app to help them get the results. This is part of the problem. It failed spectacularly. Usually in the corporate world, when something like this is such a debacle, it calls for an activist investor to come in and push for change. This process could certainly use its own activists. General Electric is one good example. It's more than 140 years old, it's big, it's sprawling, it's complex. Nelson Peltz got into the stock because it was a complex and Byzantine organization, and he agitated for some change. Paul Singer got into that stock as well, and he's trying to push for change there. So a corollary would be that the Democratic National Committee could also use something similar to help get this process back on track.